Hello, I'm Rachel from Douentza Garden in Ireland, and you are very welcome to the garden in mid-March. Now, you may have seen my update 2 weeks ago where I talked about how February had been a total and utter washout and how I'd managed to get absolutely nothing done. Well, as you can see, we have a little bit of sunny weather today, although it hasn't been all plain sailing. So do you want to find out more? Want to see what I've been up to? Then stay tuned. It's beginning to feel a lot more like spring, here in Ireland anyway, and we can see buds and blossoms beginning to break through and kind of take our minds off the horrible winter and early spring that we have had. And those few sunny days have meant that I've managed to get out and about in the garden and get a good bit done. This year I've prioritised doing the pruning first. Normally what I do is I tackle a border at a time and I start and weed and cut back and fertilise and prune in each border at a time, and that has certain advantages. It means that you've got something complete, you can take photographs of it, you can feel good about it yourself. But this year I decided, with my handy list of everything that needs to be pruned, to just prioritise and do the pruning first, because what I have found in the past is that, you know, you start out great and you lash through a lot of borders, but then your pace slows down, and by the time you get to a certain border, it could be that it's later in the season and something gets pruned later than it should do. So far I've pruned 48 bushes in the garden, which is nearly all of them. All of the hydrangeas, the different types. I've done the sambucus, I've done the cotinus, I've done the buddleia, and a few more I can't remember. I even did the paulownia trees. Oh yes, it might be a little bit early for pruning paulownias with their hollow trunks, but I did it anyway. And I only have 2 bushes left to tackle in the garden. So that gave me a certain sense of achievement and getting things done. Now the downside of that, of course, was that weeding and clearing borders has kind of been put on the back burner, and I've only done a little bit of that. I've also prioritised the sowing of annual seeds. I think the day after I made the last garden update, I got out to the greenhouse and sowed my first 4 trays of seeds. Now, when I sow the seeds, it is in the greenhouse, but then they come indoors to be put on heat mats to facilitate germination. These are annual seeds, of course, and they need heat to get going, and I just don't have that facility in the greenhouse. So the result is that I now have 8 trays of beautiful baby seedlings that are just reminding me of what spring is all about. And I had a little surprise in the post in the form of a beautiful letter that came from a young man in Latvia who has been watching my channel for 10 years. Talk about making me feel old, but from when he was 10 years old. So it was really a lovely and encouraging letter. And he sent me some cornflower seeds, which I immediately sowed. And that is one of the 8 trays that I currently have on the go. Mix also sent me this beautiful botanical drawing of Darlingtonia, which is a North American carnivorous plant that has died on me twice. But it's relevant because that's my surname, or my husband's surname. So Darlingtonia is something that I really should grow. I need to get another one and try that one again. Anyway, the painting is beautiful and has pride of place on the back of one of the doors in the kitchen. I just heard a bee, a wonderful spring sound. Another thing that I have done has to do with my snapdragons. Now, last week's video talked about pinching out snapdragons and using those pinchings out as propagation material. I've done some more of that, and the result is that I now have a lot of red snapdragons that I look forward to planting out in my garden when all danger of frost has passed. And they will, of course, go into the new border, which is down there. And this is one that I created using the lasagna method a little while ago. And this spring, oh yes, I'm going to so enjoy planting it up. I know it's hard to believe given the beautiful sun today, but yesterday it just bucketed down. But I was already in the swing of things, enjoying getting things done in the garden. So I went out, put on my raincoat, put on my waterproof trousers, which actually turned out to be not so waterproof after all, and tackled my hellebore bed. Now, one of the jobs of early spring is to cut back the leaves on hellebores, and that just reduces the risk of disease festering in the plants and also allows those beautiful, beautiful flowers to shine. And I always feel it's such a shame if I don't get to this job first, because it means the hellebores are in beautiful flower, yet I can't properly enjoy them because you see a little bit of dead leaf here and there, and it's very distracting. So there I was out in the pelting rain, weeding my hellebore bed and cutting back the leaves and feeling very, very dripping. And by the time I got indoors, I was absolutely drenched. Everything had come through my clothes and I was in a sorry state. Then, just to add insult to injury, I managed to slip on the muddy grass, well, the grass that quickly disappeared and produced just a patch of mud, and landed very heavily and severely hurt my dignity. Well, my knee was a little bit sore, and the only thing I could think of was, oh gosh, is this going to set me back? Is this going to stop me from doing gardening? But I could tell straight away that it wasn't a serious injury, and it's just as well, because I have a workshop booked, which was a Christmas present to me, for tomorrow, a photography workshop up in Dublin, where we're going around the town and taking, well, street photography photographs. So if I'm hobbling along, that doesn't augur very well for a productive day. But then, of course, last night, utter disaster. I was flicking through my feed on Instagram and Facebook and came across notifications from other gardens quite near to me that they had snow. Oh my goodness. So, well, this raises a few questions. Number one, those pinched out snapdragons, of course, how vulnerable they are. I immediately jumped up off of my seat with my gammy leg and limped out to the greenhouse and moved the snapdragon cuttings over to the glasshouse, because the glasshouse is the one that maintains a 5-degree minimum, 41 Fahrenheit minimum, and I thought that would be the safest place for my cuttings. And then I went back inside and I sat down, and of course then I started to think, oh no, the Paulownia. Didn't I just prune the Paulownia? And Paulownias, of course, with their hollow trunks and stems, are more vulnerable to cold and frost getting in there. I thought, wow, I really should go out there and just put a little bit of fleece or even an upturned pot over the exposed stem in case that the snow comes along. I really have pruned them a little bit too early. But I didn't, because my knee was sore, and I thought, oh, I don't know what I thought anyway, I didn't do it. But thankfully last night the temperatures here only dropped to 0 degrees centigrade, which I think is about 34 Fahrenheit, and there was no snow, so I hope that everything is okay. Yes, it's a bit of a chatty video this week, and I guess I've come to the end of everything I wanted to share with you, except that next week I have an exciting video for you and for me, because I will be receiving a bulb order from my favourite Dutch bulb company, bulby.nl, and there will be some lovely spring perennials and spring bulbs which will flower in summer and we can open and pot up together. So I hope you look forward to that. And the good news as well is that if you too plan on buying from Bulby, then I have a new discount code where you can get 10% off their already cheap prices. Now, if you don't know Bulby and if you live in the EU or in the UK, then you really should check them out, because they have the cheapest prices of any bulbs that I've found anyway. And then with this discount code, it gives you an additional 10% off. So the code is gardening10, and this will be in operation for a little while, but will be changed frequently, because my codes manage to find their way to places they shouldn't, and that's not great, is it? Anyway, spring gardening. Think of Bulby and think of their wonderful bulbs and perennial plants. And do join me next week for a lovely unboxing video and a further whetting of our appetites for spring. Thank you as always for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, then if you like the video, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.